Saratoga took place on Friday, September 19th and Tuesday, October 7th in upstate New York. The battles of Saratoga marked the climax of the Saratoga campaign, giving a decisive victory to the Americans over the British in the American Revolutionary War.
The Battle of Saratoga took place in two parts. The Battle of Saratoga at Freeman's Farm and the Battle of Saratoga at Burmese Heights.
Today I'm here with American Revolution expert Dave. How did the British win? How are they going to win this battle, the Battle of Saratoga?
Hello, The British had a large force under British General John Burgoyne's command. It was going to reach Albany through Lake Champlain and Lake George, while Sir Henry Clinton went up the Hudson. Colonel Barry St. Regimented Division by Oswego on the Mohawk.
Were the British
Burgoyne began the advance of one of the best equipped armies ever leave England's shores. If that answers your question, they must have been confident with that.
Thanks, Dave.
The Battle of Saratoga at Freeman's Farm was on September 19, 1777, in Saratoga County, New York. The battle took place on the 19th when the English and Americans had a sharp encounter that lasted until sunset, about 4 miles from Saratoga. General Burgoyne halted his force, strengthened his positions, while the Americans improved their defense. However, the two forces were close enough to shoot cannons at each other.
For a while, the two forces waited. English General Burgoyne was hoping to hear from Clinton, who should have reached the Hudson by this time. The wait was deteriorating for the British general, who found that in early October, difficulty and distress were hurting his force. The Canadians and helping Native Americans were retreating from his side. Goodbye from the other side.
The British force was weakened while Burgoyne waited for the reply from Clinton. However, on the opposing end of the Americans were strong. They had fresh forces from the militia who were ready to fight. They definitely helped them win in the end. The American forces were much stronger and in a better placement than the British.
The Americans tried to retake Ticonderoga, which had been sieged by the British. Their attempt was unsuccessful, but the Spearants were increasing daily. On the other end, British food and storage were diminishing, and General Burgoyne became determined to attack the Americans and dislodge his troops from the strained position they were in.
Officially, Britain was left standing on the ground, but it was not without great casualty. The British lost 2 men for every American one. Sir Henry Clinton hoped to help Burgoyne by capturing 2 forts on the Hudson. However, his attempts were too late.
Burmese Heights took place on October 7th.
I am Sir Henry Clinton. Hello from the other side. The prelude to the Battle of Saratoga made it appear very likely that the British would be victorious.
The British General Clinton had captured both American forts that barred his progress up the Hudson. This impeded his progress. He continued destroying the American fleet protecting the Hudson. However, he was unaware of Burgoyne's advancing forces, from which he was only 156 miles.
Before the battle, Benedict Arnold was decommissioned by Gates because of an argument between the two Americans.
Deploying some troops to distract the Americans, British General John Burgoyne led his force 3/4 of a mile to the left of Gates' camps. With him were grenadiers and artillery led by Major Ackland. The German corps under General Riedesel took up the middle, while the English light infantry and 24th Regiment under Fraser and Valparaiso were on the right. As
Horatio Gates engaged the enemy in battle, Benedict Arnold could no longer contain himself. He charged into the British ranks and retook leadership of his troops, who greeted their former commander happily.
Meanwhile, Gates began attacking the middle so that the Germans could not aid the grenadiers and artillery. The English cannons were repeatedly taken and retaken by both sides. The English light infantry and 24th Battalion fell back to support the artillery after being attacked by Colonel Morgan. However, the grenadiers were forced back and the cannon was taken by the Patriots and turned to fire on the British.
Trapped by the superior American forces and with no relief in sight, John Burgoyne had to surrender his entire army on October 17th.
And people that helped turn the tide to the Patriots during these heights.
Well, the wounding of General Fraser on the British side definitely helped. That, with the arrival of more militia, caused for the surrender of the British.